one step towards the boom operator, and Carl goes, no, 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 don't.
Hello, and welcome to another Destiny podcast. I forgot to mute my damn laptop again in the background, and I ruined the intro bit.
We're back, baby!
Wait, but I still want to do it. Can I do it? Can I still do it?
Oh.
Hey,
Yep.
You did it too.
Yep, that was my phone in the background.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Okay. No, quiet. Okay, we're just gonna pretend we're starting now.
It's fine.
Hello.
First try.
And welcome to another Destiny podcast, broadcasted with Newt's dulcet, smooth tones from his brand new professional standard mic setup. But as every yin needs its yang, every Jedi needs its Sith, and every traveler needs its Dorito ship, I am joined by Cole's audio quality.
No, thanks, News. Really happy to be here.
Oh my God,
really,
stop.
glad to
It's
be
so
here
loud.
for the thing. Alright, if you insist. Sorry, audio users.
Well,
Good to be back.
A for effort.
B- at best.
Well, yeah, that was about average, I'd say, for our typical quality podcastership.
We're probably gonna have to make a thing of this now, like where we fuck up the intro every single time. Like,
well, we
God,
don't have to
it's gonna take
make
so
it a
much effort.
thing. It just is. I'm just gonna do. Anyways, yeah. So hello, welcome to another Destiny podcast. I'm Newt, as you can see from the fancy new name tags under our animated web cameras.
That is pretty cute, actually.
On this side, I'm joined by Cole.
What's up, folks?
So we're back for another run through of the TWAB and just general talking points of our Destiny experience this past week. Fortunately for me, my Destiny experience has been pretty light. I just haven't had a whole ton of time to play Destiny. Well, especially since the drop of Season of Dawning. Just busy with setting this all up, and that, hey, it took me, 5 hours to set up those fancy webcams?
Worth it. Definitely worth it.
Yes. Yeah, so I got to try out the sundial a tiny little bit. We'll talk about it a bit later, though. And how have you been, Cole?
Well, I'm pretty much in the same boat as you are. I have not had any proper time to actually play Destiny as of late, ever since the Season of Dawn dropped.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate. Like I was able to hop in with one of our clanmates. So shout out to my boy Starlight Falcon. We ran through a little bit of it. We got two of the obelisks raised, but then I had to go because I had to go to bed and I was just exhausted. And it's good so far though. For like the tiny little bit that I've experienced, it has been pretty good, and it seems like there's a lot of content ahead of us, which I'm quite happy about.
Yeah,
we'll get into that in a little bit here.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of like the type of content that it is just stuff to do. It's not necessarily. I mean, there is story, but it's not like an insane amount of cutscenes and stuff like that. It's not like Shadowkeep, but.
Which, I mean, it makes sense. I mean,
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty happy with so far with how much there is to do. That being said, yeah. I mean, I haven't had a ton of time, so it seems like a lot to me right now.
Looking in from the outside, it looks like there's a lot to do.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of, like, we'll talk about them later, but the obelisks and the sundial from my very brief experience was a pretty fun experience as well.
Oh
did you kill yourself on the
No, that's actually what I was about to bring up. Have you heard that people have been killing themselves on the rotation?
Yeah, I mean, I tried it because I wanted to see what would happen.
I haven't done it yet, but I really want to now.
Yeah.
What I did do is when Falcon and I got to the sundial is I blasted through like what Osiris had to say to me, and then I was like, oh, those arms are spinning. So I hopped up into the center of the sundial. There's a little ledge that you can hop up onto. And then I hopped up onto one of the arms. And I went, hey, Falcon, look at me. And he came out of his menu, and I was just dancing on the sundial as I was like rotating.
Oh, really? Oh, and it's like slow?
Great. It's great. Yeah, it's really slow.
I wonder what would happen if you were standing on it and then someone like interacted with it and started it going.
Well, now we have to try this.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Sounds
that's the end of the
great.
stream. We're gonna go play some some
All right, we'll see
sundial.
that later. Well, you know how it goes.
I don't know. Read the fucking TWAB, guys. Stop being lazy. Please
That's
don't.
what we're here for.
Yeah, I know. That's our fucking job.
You're taking food out of our mouths, Newt.
Yeah, from all the
Two
followers.
So many sponsors that we
so many.
that we've asked.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, just a busy week. Nothing too exciting going on for me. Payday's
Same here,
coming up though, so that's pretty nice.
Yeah,
So it's a good time.
Just been real busy with work and more work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that.
So I'm glad to be back. I'm happy to be back here.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. There we go. Angle my camera a little bit better. All right. Shall we get into the TWAB?
Fine. Sure. Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. So this week at Bungie for 12/12/2019, a new season is upon us. Season of Dawn has finally come. Cyrus calls upon you to combat the remnants of the Red Legion and prevent them from creating an alternate reality where they are victorious. So this has brought with us both the sundial and the obelisks. Right now there's 2 obelisks on Mars and the Tangled Shore. And these obelisks unlock several things like bounties and loot. Obelisks.
Pretty standard.
It's kind of awkward to say.
Obelisk guy? No. Obelisk the Tormentor?
Sorry?
That's tossing out a way outdated Yu-Gi-Oh reference.
DDU?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh. I don't know a whole lot about that.
Just ignore me.
Okay, cool. I'll do that. So coming up on 12/17. Sorry. So in 5 days we're gonna have the dropping of the Save a Legend, which is the Saint 14 storyline, and the new Nessus and EDZ obelisks are gonna open up.
Sweet.
All right. Not only is this a change in seasons, but an opportunity for your arsenal to evolve. A new exotic catalysts are in the wild, granting benefits to a few exotics you know and love. There's a good slew of new legendary weapons. I'm pretty impressed by how many new weapons there are.
I haven't really looked into it a whole lot, but I did get one of the new legendary weapons from my first run through of the sundial.
Yeah.
Seems interesting. I didn't get a chance to try it out yet.
Yeah.
But,
I can't.
I got a decent roll on. I got the auto rifle. Decent.
Yeah, I don't remember what I got. I might not have picked it up yet because I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I think I did. I don't remember what I took. I think it might have been the auto rifle too. I
mean, Falcon took the auto rifle as well, so because the option was a sidearm, we're like, fuck out of here.
Well, sidearms got a buff across the board in target acquisition, I believe. So I think I've seen a few videos of people who are like, "Hey, sidearms are pretty decent now." But I took the auto rifle because that's one of, I think it's the overload rounds. Are attached to auto rifles this season.
Yeah, they are. Anti-barrier rounds aren't attached to auto rifles, which I found to be a little bit odd, but
yeah, I think it's like scout rifles or something. I don't.
It's
I'd have
scout
to look
rifles, pulse rifles, hand cannons, and bows. I'm not sure on bows, but I'm dead certain that it's on scout rifles and pulse rifles.
Something was bows. I think Unstoppable might be on bows as well, or Disruption, whatever it's called. I can never. Here, I'm just gonna look it up really quick. Yeah, but I definitely am even more appreciative now of having the all those perks in the first column of the Lantern of Osiris.
Which is, for those who aren't aware, the Lantern of Osiris is the new seasonal artifact.
Yeah.
It replaces the Gate Lord's Eye.
Yeah, because I was like, man, it would really suck doing all the sundial if nobody had any of those unlocked, because it's just there's so many champions in it, and they're all pretty high level.
Yeah. Yeah, I got my shit pushed in pretty quick by an unstoppable. I think it was I can't remember what the flamethrower units for the Cabal are called.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was bad. It was real bad.
Oh, these don't have any names on them. Anyway, doesn't really
Yeah,
matter
that's
that
fine.
much. Anyways, I'll move on. Oh, so this is kind of interesting. I don't know anything about this. It might be out in the world. I just haven't seen it yet. I'm not 100% sure. So keep an eye out for Vorpal weapon. Do you know anything about that? Other than
Vorpal?
that it's a reference to the old poem
Yeah,
with the Vorpal sword
yeah.
that goes snicker snack.
Snickers,
But it says keep an eye out for Vorpal weapon, granting you additional damage against bosses, vehicles, and guardians with their super active.
Really? No, I hadn't heard anything about that. That's really interesting.
Yeah, I actually don't know anything. Yeah.
Well, we were trying to figure this out earlier. For the life of me, I can't remember the name of the sword, the exotic sword that
Oh, yeah, I forgot to look that up.
fires out a bolt of energy. Some Black Talon?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's it.
Something Talon.
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean that's if anything, that's a Vorpal. But
Um,
I don't know. We'll see. No, I hadn't heard anything about Vorpal weapons. Do you know if it's going to be like swords and bows, or if it's going to be auto rifles, hand cannons, across the board?
I don't know. I'm confused. Oh, it's a weapon perk.
Oh. Ooh, new perks. Okay, that's kinda
Yeah,
cool.
I guess so. I don't know anything about it though, unfortunately.
We'll find out as the season progresses.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate because I just had so little time playing that I don't.
Yeah.
It's like my, I really still have no idea what's going on in the new season. There's been a.
All we know is that Saint 14 is back. 14 in the chat,
Well,
every chat.
He's not back
Spam
yet,
14.
but pretty
Don't
soon.
take this away from me, Newt. I need this.
So there's three new. Hi, Starlight Falcon. There's three new exotic weapons. Yeah, I know. 3 new
I just
exotic
saw it in the
weapons
chat, that's
and 3 new exotic armor pieces. But we'll go over those shortly after the TWAB, because Cole's got a bit more information on all those.
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dawning. Oh yes, so this is going to get real confusing real fast, because the Dawning,
Oh god.
the festival event is happening during Season of the Dawn.
Yeah.
But it's a fun time. So Ava Levante is returning to the tower. The Dawning is all about keeping warm, though. So you'll be asked to bake cookies for your favorite and less than favorite vendors in our solar system. Who's your least favorite vendor?
My least favorite vendor? Oh god. Way to hit me with a surprise question.
I think I have to say.
Wait, no, hold on. Yeah, that's a pretty easy answer, actually. That's a very easy answer.
Okay, 1,
Shax.
2. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Rahul.
Tess Everest.
Oh no, yours is way fucking better.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I just have so much PTSD from Rahul giving me
Blues.
shit.
Giving you rare weapons out of a purple
Legendary.
And then like one other consumable element that you already have like 73 of. Like,
do you think that people will get upset at this? Do you think that the issues in Destiny 2 are as big as the issues were in Destiny 1? Or is it us? Like, I know people are always upset about at Bungie for like problems like that, like say Master of Arms in PvP and how good it is in Mountaintop in PvP, but like, have we just gotten soft?
I think we may have gotten soft. Well, it's
looking back on like
two-sided coin,
like the Thorn meta.
Oh god. When I heard that they were bringing Thorn back into D2, I went into this PTSD. You know the picture of the dog with the really wide eyes and the Vietnam stuff in the background?
Yeah.
That's what I felt like. I was like, no, not again.
Yeah, it was either Thorn or Last Word. Those were like the
Dart?
two
No.
weapons that you could use. Everything else was just not as good. Anyways,
Then you get blasted by a chaperone from clear across the map, and the guy
Yeah.
just starts dancing on your ghosts. Great, thanks guys.
yeah. Anyways, I kind of brought that up as a joke, but I also kind of wondered
It
sometimes.
is an interesting talking point though, because we
Um,
do have microtransactions in D2 more so than we did in D1. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the dawning. So dawning begins at 9 a.m. Pacific on 12/17/2019, and it lasts a long time until the 14th of January.
that's 4 weeks, folks.
That is
That's a
so
long time
so
for
long.
an event.
There must
I
be
mean-
a lot to do, right?
Yeah, I would hope so.
I really
'Cause
hope
what
so
happened-
too.
What happened with the dawning last year? I didn't really do much with it, but
Yeah, I don't think I did much either. I just got the
Yeah.
sparrow, and I was like, I'm good now.
yeah, I got the sparrow too, and I was like, all right, it's a sleigh.
Yeah, I don't think
That
I've used it
shit's glimmer.
since.
All right.
I'll break it
I
out
literally
for...
have not used. I think I used it once. I saw some glimmer poke, and I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Scrapped it.
Yeah, I'll break it out for the dawning again.
Of
Although
course you will.
I'm well, yeah, especially because, well, here we'll talk about it in a second. Okay, so ingredients and cookies have returned from last year's event. We've also added new ingredients to recipes and made some improvements to the baking process.
Oh right.
For
Yeah.
each batch of cookies delivered, you'll gain progress towards bounties and rewards for some seasonal cheer. I'm definitely going to be grinding bounties a lot more this year, though, because of the whole artifact thing. So
That's
good job,
Yeah.
Bungie. Like, that's a really good incentive to make
Yeah.
me just go grind bounties.
Well, I mean,
Um,
and this, it's proven that the process works. Like from our last episode when we talked about how quickly our buddy Starlight Falcon progressed
yeah,
when he started just like cranking up the bounties. It was an immediate change.
yeah, yeah. That's what I've been. Even just the few little times that I've been playing Season of Dawn, every time I hop on, I'm immediately like, okay, I need to go get bounties first, and then I
Yeah.
can come back and do whatever it is I wanted to do. Whereas before, I was like, I've only got like 10. Well, okay, not 10 minutes. I've only got like half an hour of time to
10
play, so I'm just gonna skip getting bounties. I'm just gonna go right to whatever it is I was gonna do. But now it's every time I'm like, gotta go get bounties. Gotta go get bounties.
Exactly. Yeah.
This year, Ava has a new SMG for you to bake, the Cold Front. Additionally, if you missed out on the perfect roll for the machine gun Avalanche last year, it's your time to shine. Both weapons will be available to earn throughout the entire event. I keep sliding down in my chair. So we kind of disagree on this SMG. I think it's
Yeah.
one of the best looking weapons I've seen. But you're
I
not.
definitely. I mean, yeah, it's definitely like a good looking gun. Like the stylistic design of it, like the
Yeah.
shape of it is really quite cool. I'm not the biggest fan of the color scheme. I think what is it, blue, white, and with gold
Gold.
trim. I mean,
Yeah,
it absolutely fits with the dawning with the dawning, what's it called,
Color
aesthetic.
Yeah.
For the record, for those who aren't aware, the dawning is essentially Christmas in Destiny.
yeah,
And so that's why there's a big thing about baking cookies and like festivities and good cheer, and Space Grandma's back, Ava Levante,
yeah.
that woman. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I could take it or leave it.
Yeah.
I hope that it looks good with other
Yeah,
ships on.
I assume you'll be able to change the colors.
You would have to do.
Yeah. Weekly and repeatable dawning bounties also grant bright dust, giving you more sources of this currency for new items on the Eververse storefront.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, more bright dust is always a good thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think we're both in agreement that we don't like the sparrow.
That's an understatement.
So the
Yeah.
sparrow is the polar
Fucking
bear
massive understatement.
thing.
And if you think we're joking, it's like, oh, it's like reminiscent of a polar. You're literally riding a polar bear.
Yeah,
Which is actually kind of
it's a
timely
cool
with-
idea.
with the His Dark Materials show that's out recently,
But
which is essentially the Golden Compass. But yeah, I don't know.
yeah, it's not my style. Basically,
It's
I don't know.
certainly not.
It's a unique looking sparrow, but I don't think I want it.
I think, yeah, like if I don't get that sparrow by the end of the dawning, I will not be in the slightest. I might actually be happy that I don't
Yeah.
get it.
What do you think of the Titan armor?
It's interesting. Titan armor has been really hit and miss for me as of late, but the Dawning Titan armor, I like the helmet, but I don't like it's basically it basically has like ram horns like coming out of the top, which looks really cool. But then it has these tassels on the horns, which I'm like, God, you could have done without the tassels.
Yeah, I agree. It's funny because
then,
hunters used to have that or something similar to that helmet last dawning or I think maybe a couple dawnings ago, but or I guess it was on the hood probably.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh, it was the hood, right? It was like,
yeah.
Came off the side
and
of
I
it.
didn't like that look. I think it makes more sense on Titans though, because Titans would be the kind of person to headbutt things. So
there's literally a lore tab about that.
Yeah, I much prefer the hunter armor this year.
The hunter armor, the hunter's definitely got the good end of the stick on this one. The warlocks I didn't really pay attention to. Sorry, warlock folks. But
I actually think the warlock is the best looking one.
Oh,
the helmet kind of reminds me of the Omnigul mask that came out in. You're drawing as much of a blank as I am. The Halloween
casual players, guys.
The Halloween event that just came and went. I don't know. It's got two cool looking horns that like spiral off to the sides and up and out.
Yeah.
Only one item will be for silver only, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's actually really cool. Yeah. What item?
The Perfect 10 finisher, which is where it's like the skating animation,
right?
Which is kind of cool. Yeah.
You know what?
Sorry.
It's essentially the Iron Lotus from Blades of Glory.
Yeah. I've watched that movie in such a long time. Oh man,
it's so good.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like it. I don't know if I'll get it, but it's.
I personally, I'm not going to spend silver on it because like a giant ass bulky Titan doing a perfect pirouette and
doesn't make much sense.
Taking it, although.
But it's kind of like the dinky sparrow, right? Like on my hunter, I'm never gonna use it, but on my Titan, like it's hilarious.
With just get the most giant shoulder pads that you can get, like Worm God's Caress or something, the Empyrean Titan helmet, like just giant chunky ass Leviathan raid gear, just on the micro mini. That's so good.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. This is a really good idea. I find it's kind of unfortunate because you have to log into like an account on line, like on your browser, but it's still a good idea, and I don't know, it would be nice if it was a little bit easier to access. So in case you missed it, did you find yourself in a mad dash to finish your Season of the Undying triumphs and forget to pick up a few of your season track rewards? We created a new portal on the seasons page that grants access to your season pass rewards track. Any items you earned will be available to claim even if a season has ended. So if you forgot to pick up the armor ornaments from last season pass, you can go online and you can pick them up.
That's really cool. I like that they did that.
Yeah, they give steps to doing that. So you have to sign into Bungie.net or you can use the app as well, and then just select those items. But yeah, that's a really good idea because I'm sure there are some people who forgot to pick some stuff up. I almost forgot to pick a few things up. So
I think I left a couple things behind. I mean, well, no, I definitely did because I just started playing my hunter right as Season of Undying ended. Actually, if we have some time, I'd like to go into some lore behind that.
Yeah,
which I think is kind of cool. But yeah, it is nice that we can go back and pick that stuff up if we missed it, because it would be pretty shitty to have like completed all of that and then not be able to access.
Yeah. What was I gonna say?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh yeah, I know something that I didn't pick up.
What's that?
What are they called? The Vex coins. I don't remember the name of them.
The Vex Mind course, something like that.
Components or something. Yeah.
Vex Mind components. Yeah.
Yeah. There's all of those are still left there. I got the weapons a few times and then I didn't need them anymore. A new dawn. A funny thing happened on the way to dawn. With the added functionality of mod stacking and Armor 2.0, players were looking to find an interesting combination that could fully recharge a super in a single dodge.
That's incredible.
Player support was quickly on the case.
You have to give props to the community for finding that out like within 24 hours.
It's so funny.
Like, how do people do this?
Destiny community is so good at finding glitches so quickly. Yeah. We're all a little crazy, I think. Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous though, like, because what would happen is hunters would dodge with a Paragon mod near enemies, and that would recharge their super usually about like halfway, but then if you had 2 dodges, you get the other half. I don't know, maybe if you threw in some intellect there, it made it into 1 dodge.
Probably, yeah.
Anyways, let's see here. Holiday treats. Next week, the Dawning returns for all players in Destiny 2. Just like, Festival of the Lost. That was it. New Light player. Yeah. New Light players will need to ensure they meet the following requirements before they can participate in the Dawning festivities. Escape the Cosmodrome to unlock the tower. So that's just
literally the first
first mission. just load up Destiny. Done. Check. They do need to achieve 770 power, which is pretty easy because what is it? 750 is what every character starts at now.
Everyone starts at 750, and then
And if you have like tokens for Crucible or Vanguard tokens, just go turn those in.
Yeah. Awesome, and you're good to go.
First, put your highest light level weapons on that character, and then turn those.
Does it? Right. Yeah.
And you'll be up there in no time. Once the Dawning is live, players should look to our help.bungie.net support landing page for our official Destiny 2 Dawning guide. There's one thing that I should mention further back. That's what they're talking about there is something that they've just deployed. Players looking for this season's official support resource need to look no further than our brand new Season of Dawn support landing page. So that's where they catalog like any glitches or anything that's happening amongst some other things. So definitely I would recommend checking that out at some point.
Pretty cool.
Some known issues. Some PC settings will reset when players close and reopen the Destiny 2 client. I have to check that. I don't know if that was if I was affected by that or not, but it's just like window mode, resolution, VSync will revert to the initial settings. Yeah, don't worry about resonant stems are not providing override frequencies when consumed. That's a pretty big one. I actually posted that to Starlight Falcon because he was running some of that.
That guy's getting a lot of shout outs today.
Yeah. Maybe because he's the only viewer in our chat. I think anyways. Hey Starlight. Dynamo mods have been temporarily disabled to mitigate an issue where they recharge super energy abnormally quickly.
That's one way of putting it.
Some Forsaken activities cannot be accessed and result in honeydew errors when launched. Let's see if there's anything super important in here. Players who accept or complete a quest from Osiris will need to back out of his menu entirely and interact with him again to continue picking up other quests. This must be repeated for every quest picked up. That's a little annoying.
It was pretty rough.
I ran into that.
I ran into that as well. Like Falcon and I, we were just running through it, and so he managed. I don't know. It didn't affect him, but it affected me. So like we talked to Osiris, like finished off that quest line, and we backed out, and I took us to orbit because I was the party leader. Like dropped us into where we need to go. I was like, man, I don't have any like waypoints, or I've got nothing telling me where to go, and I did not pick up the quest. Like I think he progressed 2 quest steps before I realized how badly I'd fucked up. I was like, wow,
that's shitty.
I see.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I didn't quite get that, but I was definitely a little confused when I was like, oh, am I done? That was a very quick quest line. 1 step. All right.
Man, I'm good at this game.
Yeah. Season of Dawn seal for the Savior title incorrectly lists a requirement of 28 triumphs completed to unlock. It will actually unlock after completing the 15 triumphs listed in the sealed contents. The Season 9 Challenges Triumph does not progress when a weekly challenge is completed. Season 9 Rituals Triumph does not progress when weekly Gambit Bounties or Infamy ranks are earned. Season 9 Engagement Triumph does not progress when motes are banked. Those don't really mean anything to me. And if you're encountering any issues, any of the ones that I just went over, again, you can go check out Season of Dawn support landing page, and that'll give you some in-depth details on what those issues are and what's causing them and stuff like that.
I feel like that's going to be a pretty good resource for the coming months for folks that don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
And if they have any questions, then just like hit them up on that page.
Yeah. So if you haven't watched the movie of the week yet, you gotta go watch it. It's so funny.
It's so good. Newt showed it to me before we started streaming. I was literally just like curled up in my chair crying. It's one of the best things I've seen in such a long time.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh. And
it's so good.
The amount of work that must have gone into it too.
It's pretty incredible. Yeah.
I can't imagine. Also, I don't know if you saw this or not. I'm just going to mention it quickly. Hopefully you can find it somewhere. But there was this glitch. I don't know if it's for every person or this person just happened to get it by accident. But if you view the Titan finisher on a hunter character... You saw that? It like goes like ragdoll and it like flies across the screen.
Yes.
It's like, ooh.
And then like when it respawns the animation, the body's sitting there twitching.
Yeah. Oh! I don't like this finisher at all.
Loads perfect paradox with religious intent. Put it down.
Moon's haunted.
Moon's haunted. My fucking Xbox is haunted.
Yeah. Well, that covers the TWAB. Pretty short, especially in comparison to last week, I would say.
No kidding. I mean, that's a pretty easy thing to say, though.
Yeah. And here's a shameless plug. If you've been noticing the recent subclass changes in the new season of Dawn, and you're wondering more about them, you're wondering, oh, hey, what did Solar Titans get as a change? Or any changes to exotic weapons and stuff like that. I just recorded a quick read through of the whole patch notes, like the update. It's on our Spotify, and I have, if you check our Twitter, I've got a link to it there. Definitely recommend checking it out.
Yeah.
I did it super quick, so it doesn't take up much time because I recorded it twice and the audio corrupted twice. So by the third time around, I was like this, like just reading it as fast as I could.
This shot, this changed, this didn't change, this changed, this drastically changed. Any questions? Cool.
None of this section matters. I'm gonna skip it.
Oh my god, there was one update though where I think it was linear fusion rifles got a 20% damage buff to,
except for sleeper simulant.
Yeah, you stole my punchline, but yeah, that was essentially it. Was it to precision hits a 20% buff in damage? Like I read that line, I was like,
yeah.
And then literally the next line does not apply to sleeper simulant. I'm like, oh,
stop! He's already dead.
Just let my boy have some damage already. He's such a good gun.
Yeah,
he deserves it.
All right. So that's the TWAB. So I skipped over the section that went over the exotic armors because you had some more information on that you wanted to throw in, along with the 3 new exotic weapons that we got this season.
The 3 new exotic weapons that we know of so far.
Yes.
I don't know if they've got any more backlogged, but yeah. So
or
the
like
ones that we're aware of.
Some exotic mission, exotic weapon mission, like the one to get Outbreak perfected and all that.
Hopefully we get something like that, because that was
cool.
fun. I mean, it took us an ass load of a long time to do, but
yeah. Anyways,
God, Trevor still haunts my memories to these days.
I just get like shivers on my back when I think of him like coming after me from behind, and I like don't dare to turn around because it's scarier. Oh man.
I don't think I don't think you're in this for that one, but our I was playing with Tea Time Tibbs and Starlight Falcon, and so when I'll run through this real quick, then I'll get to the exotics. But
Mm-hmm.
when you have to make it through Trevor's maze, like how you drop straight down into the middle.
Yeah.
I was I eyed, yeah, exactly. I eyed him. I was I looked out through the viewports, like, okay, he's there. There's no way he's going to get to me, and I actually managed to misfire my jump, and I got delayed by a couple of seconds. And so when I dropped down through the shaft, I could see see the corridor, and it like below me. I was like, okay, here we go, trying to time my jump so I land properly. I kid you not, like a literal microsecond before I passed through the gate, Trevor just zips past, and like the audio got really, really, really loud and then quiet again. I almost pissed my pants. I did not see it coming in the slightest. I literally like shrieked. I was like, "Fuck!"
I'm so disappointed.
Like,
I thought that story was gonna end with you like just getting smacked in half.
No, but like I landed and I immediately started sprinting in the opposite direction. I was like,
just like your legs are like just sticking through the hole as he like comes by. Just like my legs.
My leg. Just Black Knight my way through the. I'm invincible through the maze.
Anyways, exotics.
Yeah, I could talk about Trevor for years. Yeah, no. So for the exotics, we've got 6 new exotics to talk about so far. I'll run through the armor first, then I'll get into the weapons because we sort of covered the weapons in the last episode, sort of. So as far as the armor goes, there's 1 per class, 1 for Titans, 1 for Hunters, and 1 for Warlocks. So the ones for the Hunters are called the Bombardiers, and they're leg armor. Mm-hmm. And so they look weird, man. I actually went into the game and looked at all of them.
Yeah.
It looks like something a bard would wear in D&D, or like you'd expect a bard to wear in Skyrim or something like that. Because it's literally got what I think are 2 bongos on the belt, and then drumsticks sticking out of the legs. It's like,
aren't those bombs?
Probably, man. I don't know.
I swear to God.
I don't know what. They look like bongos. Bombos. We'll go with bombos.
I mean, it's called the Bombardier, right?
The Bombardier, yeah, but Bombardier means something. I'm not going to get into it, but they look like bongos. Tell me they don't look like bongos.
I'm looking at it. I'm bringing it up.
Get that one. Anyway,
yeah, bongos.
So
you're right.
Bombos.
They look like bongos, and he's got 2 drumsticks in his leg.
I can't make this stuff up. I'm not that smart. So the perk for the Bombardiers is called Parting Gift, and what happens is when you use your dodge, it'll leave behind a small explosive that'll detonate after a short delay, which is really quite cool. So basically, you drop a mini grenade once you dodge, and I think it's really quite a good move.
Yeah.
That's a really good one to get out of like a hairy situation real quick, especially if you have invisibility attached to your dodge. That could be really
that is a cool.
I don't play Hunters, but that's one for you to check out.
That is a cool point. A Bombardier, a member of a bomber crew in the U.S. Air Force.
Oh, well, that's even cooler than what I expected.
There we go.
Why does he have bongos? It just gets worse.
I think they're supposed to be bombs, but do you feel like we're getting really caught up on a really insignificant detail? It's
not insignificant to me. They look like bongos, and I'm going to call them bombos till the day I die. Moving on. The next exotic is called the Prometheum Spur, and it is leg armor for Warlocks. And so the perk that I looked at these as well, they look odd.
Yeah, they got toes.
What are those? they literally look like those like toe shoes that you run in, but metal. And oh my god, I don't know.
Meanwhile, they look weird. Hunters are all like, "Yeah, welcome to our pain. All of D2 year 1, we had to have those fucking toe shoes."
Right. Hey man, they increase performance.
God, it looked like we put on socks and flip-flops at the same time. Yeah. Anyways.
The perk of the Prometheum Spur is that when you defeat an enemy while Daybreak is active, this creates a healing and empowering rift at their location. Mm-hmm. Which I feel like could be really overpowered in PvE, so I don't know how they're going to balance that. So like if you kill like 5 Thrall with 1 Daybreak Strike, does that create 5 rifts?
I don't know. It might be like Hang on. Here,
I
you
would
keep
assume it's
talking.
per strike.
We'll come
Yeah.
back to that.
We'll see. That's going to be an interesting one. And oh, right, the sources like how to get them on the bombardiers is you get it from a random drop,
Yeah.
and the same for the Prometheum Spur. You also get it from a random drop, so it's not tied to any sort of quest line, which is I like that quite a bit. But I think that one would be really interesting and useful in Crucible, depending on how you use it, like offensively or defensively. One way or another, you're popping a rift that both heals and empowers your allies. So
I think it's. I don't think it's both. I think it's one or the other.
I don't know, man. I've seen different sources on the TWAB. It officially said and a healing rift,
Oh,
or like
really?
healing and empowering. But on the source that I got this from, which was PCGamesN.com, it said healing or empowering. So I don't really know which to believe until we, get more data and actually test it out or
Yeah.
see videos about it. We'll find
Oh,
out.
you're
one way or
right.
another.
Creates a healing and empowering rift.
Yeah.
Weird.
So
That'd be pretty fucking crazy.
yeah, in Crucible that could be very, very overpowered.
Yeah. What if you take out like a group of like 10 thrall?
Yeah,
The
see,
game's just gonna
that-
dude. Can you imagine on console? It's just gonna stop.
Oh, right. I managed to creep up from 3 frames to 4 frames after activating this thing. Great. No, but what I think it's going to be is like it'll proc on a kill with once you like it'll proc on a kill with Daybreak. I highly doubt that it would be per kill that you get per strike. Because yeah, like you said, that would just break the fucking game. It
Yeah.
would probably like blow up a bunch of Xboxes. So I think it's as long as you get a kill on it, then it'll proc.
It might
Like,
also.
so-
It might also be similar to the way Sun Warrior buff works now on the Titan, which
yeah,
is
that's what I'm thinking.
you have to reach a threshold of 1, and 1 is reached by either defeating players and bosses,
Yeah.
which adds 1, majors add 0.5, and minors add 0.25. So maybe it's
Yeah.
like you have to kill 4 Thrall, and then that drops a healing rift. But I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That makes sense actually. But
Anyways.
that's going to be a really interesting one to see how that plays out. That could make for some really, really interesting builds.
Yeah.
Anyway, the last one is called the the Severance Enclosure, which is a Titan chest piece, which is fucking awesome, and I'm so excited about this one.
Yeah.
I'm kind of biased because I'm a Titan main, but
Yeah.
God, this thing is so cool. So it's a chest plate for Titans, and if you have a chance, go into the collections tab and inspect it. Like even if you haven't acquired it, you can inspect it. It's one of the coolest looking exotics I've ever seen for Titans. And the perk is called Spherematic Trigger. So on melee and finisher kills, it results in an explosion. So on melee kills in PvE. So let me see here. Yeah, so it's melee kills in PvP. So if you get a melee kill in the Crucible, an explosion will happen.
Yeah.
And if you get a finisher kill in PvE, so like on any sort of enemy, then an explosion will go off, which is really, really quite cool.
You know what? Sorry.
No, I just think it's perfect for Titans. And what I'm happy about is that these, and once again, this exotic can be acquired by a random drop, so you don't it's not tied to any quest. What I very much appreciate about these new exotics is that they're not tied to a certain subclass. Like they're not tied to Sunbreaker, or they're not tied to Dawnblade, or they're not tied to Night Stalker. It's applicable to every. Well, no, that's fucking retarded. Prometheum Spur is tied to Daybreak.
Yes, but all the other ones, the other two. So,
yeah, the other two.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. You know what my first thought of when I read the Titan exotic?
Yeah, what's up?
I was wondering.
So what up, Durkovic?
It would be interesting to combine that with I don't know what path it is, but the Void Titan path, where damaging enemies with your grenade gives them that effect that when they're killed they explode.
Oh yeah, the remote detonation.
So you get. I wonder if that would double.
That's code of the commander.
So if you kill them, I wonder if you get both the explosion from that effect and from the exotic.
Well, because that's the thing. Because it's on the finisher kill.
Well, it's melee attack or.
It's melee attack in PvE. It's melee attack in PvP. Finisher kill in PvE. That's the distinction. So it's not like it's not every single melee kill that you get is going to cause an explosion.
Oh,
which
that's
would be
weird.
incredible.
I feel
But
like
I'm
that might
really,
be a poorly
I don't
written
know.
sentence.
I don't think so. I mean, it's clear enough. Like I was able to figure it out, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
I just mean like it seems weird that it would only be on finishers in PvE.
Mm, no, well, yeah. So it is only on finishers in PvE, which makes sense because it would be vastly overpowered if every single melee kill that you got caused an explosion. Like
Yeah, I guess that's true.
it's just excessive.
Just
Also,
yet
I
another way to destroy consoles.
Bungie's slowly creeping up on that wave to get people to buy the next gen console. Just
Yes,
fucking
yeah, that's
wreck everyone's
exactly what
console.
their plan is.
How can we do this? Overpowered exotics. Got
It
it.
all makes sense now.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about that one and the lore tab attached to the Severance enclosure is hilarious, and it's one of the best Titan lore tabs I've seen in quite a while.
Yeah, do
I'm not
tell.
going to spoil it.
Oh,
I'm not going to spoil it because it's better if you read it for yourself.
uh-huh.
But it's just like it's quintessential Titan. It's like it's perfect. It's like yes. So that pretty much covers the armors. So it's the Bombardiers for the Hunters, the Severance Enclosure for Titans, and the Promethean Spur for Warlocks. It's going to be interesting. But again, Warlock. Fucking Christ. What are those?
Yeah.
It's just...
I actually
They're
saw a
so
pretty
shiny.
cool one where
Shiny.
sorry, what?
I just said they're so shiny.
Yeah. I saw a cool one where
Oh.
someone put like all red shaders on and appropriate looking matching armor, and they had the new emote where the warlock is holding the flame sword. He's like wetting it.
Oh, yeah.
Like he looked like a devil. Like it was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
So there you go. That's one way to make them look good.
Oh, man. Rest in peace, Warlock hoods. Man, it didn't deserve to be done. Whatever you call
Cloaks,
them.
you
The masks
Oh
for
yeah.
Warlocks. Like, they did not deserve to be done dirty like that. Like, they need some cool looking headgear.
Yeah. Sorry. So
yeah, no.
weapons?
No, it's okay. Yeah, I was just about to get into that. So, yeah, like I said, so there are 3 weapons that we know of so far. So the first one, might as well just get it out of the way, is the Symmetry Scout Rifle. That's the one that we were hypothesizing about in the last episode. The one that they showcased in PV in the Crucible. So basically, the way it works, it's a scout rifle. It's fully auto, and you get it if you have the season pass. You get it right off the bat. It's immediate. In that first little bundle that you get of resources and stuff, you get the exotic scout rifle, very similar to how you got Ariana's Vow back in Season of the Undying. And it's an interesting one. I used it a little bit when I was playing the other day. Its perk is called Revolution, which is you hold the reload button to switch to Arc Seeker mode.
Yeah.
And rounds that you fire will follow enemies and detonate. So enemies that you've targeted in your scope. So I think it's Darcy has the Darcy exotic sniper rifle, or like a lot of guns have this. When you zoom down the scope, you can see enemies highlighted in red.
Right.
Enemies that are highlighted in red with the symmetry, those Arc Seeker rounds will follow.
Okay. It's pretty
So,
generous too. Like
it
the
is.
explosion area of effect and stuff.
It's a little bit overpowered, and
Yeah.
from what I've Starlight, so what I've seen so far is that they're probably gonna have to nerf it a little bit. I do see a nerf coming in the future.
Yeah.
Because the way that the Arc Seeker works is that every headshot, not headshot kill, every headshot hit that you get when you're using the regular mode,
Yeah.
it stacks something. I think the perk is called Arc Seeker. That can stack up to 15. So the damage that the Arc Seeker rounds do will be greater the more headshots you get before you use it.
Yeah.
And it's just, it can do a lot of damage. There was a high value target on the Tangled Shore. It was one of the abominations, like the yellow bar abominations.
Yeah.
Just melted it, no time
Yeah.
flat. So we'll see how it goes. I'm very curious to see how people.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a nightmare, for sure.
It'll be pretty interesting in PvP too, because it's a very easy to use weapon if you just throw it onto the Arc Seeker
Exactly.
mode.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I didn't find that because I found if you didn't have those stacks built up, the arc bolts didn't do very much damage. So
They didn't do a terrible amount. No.
yeah, so I imagine, and it'll be probably much harder to get a decent amount of stacks in PvP.
Yeah. It's interesting. Like you don't even need that many stacks. Like a stack
Yeah.
of 5 still does damage.
Yeah.
Like a good amount of damage. So we'll see. I
I'll
wonder
have
if
to
they'll
do
be nerfing that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to do some testing on that one.
Yeah.
But the next one that I'm going to run into here is the Devil's Ruin, which is, brace yourselves, folks. It is an exotic sidearm. Oh my god, it's back! So finally, something to complement the Rat King. So, like I said, it's an exotic sidearm. The perk is called Close the Gap, and what this does, which is really interesting, for the record, Nuke, we were way off the mark when we were speculating about this gun. Way off the mark. Which sucks because dual wielding sidearms would be cool. But Close the Gap is when you hold the fire button, you can charge up a powerful laser.
I like that it's a laser.
It's essentially a handheld Spartan laser.
Or Sleeper Simulant's baby brother.
Oh, that's so much better. I'm gonna put the Mad Monk shader or the Genotype 00 shader on it, and yes.
I
So
I like that they could have just been like, oh, it's a high powered slug. No, it's a fucking laser.
Laser beam. Yeah, and so the way to that's going to be really cool. So I don't know what the magazine size is like. I don't know any of this of the stats on that because we'll find all of that out when the exotic quest to acquire it goes live on January 7th, 2020. So that's a little less than a month away. So we'll have access to that quest in a little less than a month. But until then, we will just have to wait and see.
I wonder if it'll be part of the Dawning. Doesn't seem very Dawning-esque, but I wonder if they'll tie it in somehow.
I don't know. I could honestly see Eve Levante just wrecking a bunch of Thrall or a bunch of Dregs with a handheld laser.
I can see that.
Space Grandma holding down the fort, just murking a bunch of Fallen. Yes.
Yeah, I can't wait until it's revealed that Eva Levante is actually the speaker who faked her death.
Damn, Eva Levante's got a deep, dulcet voice. I don't know how to feel about this right now.
I made that up right now, and I am fully 100% convinced it's true.
I'm invested. And no evidence to support the contrary will sway my decision. Let's go. But we all know Bife is going to be the use. He has to be.
Yeah, I'd be down with that.
But yeah, so that's the Devil's Ruin. Really excited to see how that goes. And the next one is the Bastion, which we don't know anything about this one, even as so far a couple days have passed since the season dropped. We don't really know much about it.
Is that true?
I mean, we don't know what the perk is for it. We don't know what kind of gun it is. We think it's a fusion rifle. This is based on the research that I did anyway, so this could be an incomplete set of data. So if I'm wrong, please jump in and tell me so. But as it stands right now, it's most likely fusion rifle. The shape of the gun, the where the magazine sits, all leads to it being a fusion rifle.
Yeah.
The few frames that we saw in the Season of Dawn trailer makes it look like it's a fusion rifle. We'll have to see how it goes. Yeah, what's up?
Should I just read what it is?
Yeah, no, you might as well. We're here for information, so I was way off.
Bastion, exotic, kinetic, fusion rifle.
Oh.
The final stand is wherever I plant my feet. Not one step more. Saint 14. Pretty cool.
Nice.
Saint's Fist
cool.
is the exotic perk. Charged to fire 3 spreads of kinetic slugs. Breakthrough. A portion of this weapon's damage bypasses elemental shields.
Yep, that makes sense. So similar to the Arbalest then.
I still...
so wait,
the lore behind it's pretty cool too.
It's a burst fire pulse rifle? No, it's a burst fire.
It fires 3 spreads of kinetic slugs.
How does that work? 3 spreads. I'd have to see it in action.
I wonder if it's still gonna use those little emblems. Do you remember I was talking about the flowers? So I wonder if
Mhm.
each one of those is like charge up, fire 3, charge up, fire 3, charge up, fire 3,
Maybe.
reload.
Yeah.
Because it's 3
Yeah.
spreads. Or sorry, charge up, fire, spread of kinetic slugs. Charge up, fire, spread of kinetic slugs. And then you can do that 3 times till each of those little
Right.
symbols has passed by, and then you have to reload.
That would make sense. Yeah.
It's pretty low.
So wait, where'd you get that information from? I'm curious.
I just looked up Destiny 2 Bastion.
I did this research like 8 hours ago.
So.
Damn it!
I mean, who knows? Maybe it's come out since then.
Who knows? But we, the information I was able to get for it is that the exotic, it's tied to an exotic quest. That'll be dropping on January 20th. Yeah,
I didn't know
2020.
that.
So we're more than a month out from getting the Bastion. It sounds like it's going to be tied to Saint 14's story though.
Yes,
which I'm all for.
Jesus.
Excuse me.
That was the last one, right?
Yep, that was the last one. So that's all we really have for guns so far. And then obviously there are new ships and ghost shells and stuff to come out. There are a couple really cool ones. Hold on, what did I write down here? Yeah, that's one thing that I will say that I'm not the biggest fan of. I think it was since Shadowkeep dropped, or maybe even Forsaken. I can't remember. The fact that you can actually go in and preview the exotics, I'm not actually a fan of.
Like,
I don't like that you can see what they are ahead of time. I would much rather be surprised by the new stuff that's coming out.
Yeah.
I can understand that they would want to do that because of how many exotics are tied to Eververse these days, but I still like to be surprised.
It might also be too so that people can look ahead and be like, oh, there's one coming out that I really like, so I'm gonna save some silver for when that finally drops.
That would make sense, yeah.
I feel like that's probably it.
Yeah.
Or save some bright dust or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it's available for.
That does make sense. I mean, I'm still not the biggest fan of it, but yeah.
So I wanted to run through the obelisks really quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I remember there was a few things that I wanted to talk about in that update that I did a read through of. So I don't know. It's kind of an impromptu. I suddenly realized that, so it might be a little discordant, but
no, that's fine.
So probably the biggest gameplay effect that was dropped in Season of Dawn is the Sundial Obelisk combination. So you have to start off the whole quest line for it. So you go see Osiris and he sends you on some quests, and part of that quest line is to go unlock the sundials.
The obelisk?
Sorry, yes, the obelisk. Misspoke there. So what the obelisks are is kind of think of them as a vendor, like a planetary vendor, but with a few extra things added onto it.
Very similar to the what was it called on the moon? The one that's right next to Eris.
Oh, the Lectern.
Tonight. The Lectern, yeah, Lectern.
Yeah, it's kind of like a combination of a Ceres and a Lectern, because what you can do at them is you can upgrade them. You can upgrade the types of rewards that you receive from them, and you can get rewards, so like loot, like weapons and stuff like that. You can pick up bounties from them. You can pick up the new Season of Dawn mods, the ones that are replacing the Undying mods.
Right.
And what you can also do with them is you can link them to the sundial, and you need to link them to the sundial in order to receive certain weapons from the sundial.
Right.
So each sundial, each obelisk has like 2 different weapons that once it's linked to the sundial, those become available once you complete the sundial.
Once you complete a sundial run through.
Yeah.
And depending on how many obelisks that you link to the sundial, you'll get different rewards. coming out of it.
Yeah, and yeah, so part of the reason you want to upgrade them is because as you do that, you can link more and more to the sundial, and so then you just have more access to different weapons.
Yeah.
And so, I believe upgrading the sundials requires polarized fract lines, which is a new currency, which is, I don't know. I'm kind of like, don't we have enough?
I mean, yeah, if they're going to keep adding stuff to our consumables tab, they need to add a second page to it.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
I think that's a good idea. Like maybe have like Glimmer, Legendary Shards, and whatever the other one is that's up there on the main page. Oh yeah, Bright Dust. And then like everything else that you don't use quite as often can be on its own separate page.
It would be nice, yeah. I mean, 50 slots seems like a lot, but that fills up so fast in this game.
Yeah.
We need a second. I don't think it would be that horrible to add a second page, but I mean, then we might actually have to have our Guardians carrying around a literal backpack.
Yeah.
For a third-person view. That line about Ghost, what Ghost is like, I'm never leaving your backpack. It's like, I'm never leaving your backpack again. What backpack?
Yeah.
Like
you can also
going to preschool.
Well, it's because of a quote when someone puts down the ghost and they say, I don't remember who it was, but they're like, "You live in his backpack." I think Segura maybe says it to our ghost. I don't know.
Yeah. It was either Segura or the Exo String.
Yeah. Which pro tip? Put on your Segura shell while you're on Mercury so you can see all the chests and stuff a bit easier.
Yeah. If you have it, of course.
Is there anything else?
Get on it.
Is there anything else I should mention about the obelisks? Oh, I think I did say it already, but there's going to be the 2 more being unlocked on, what was it, the 17th? It's Nessus.
One for Nessus and EDZ? Okay.
Yeah. I like the idea of the obelisk, It's pretty cool.
Me too. Yeah, because it gives you like customization into what kind of rewards you're going to get. Very similar to the Menagerie.
Yeah.
I like that the sundial feels very similar to the Menagerie. But it actually adds some raid elements from the Leviathan raid, which is really, really cool.
It is kind of cool.
There was one certain point where you had to you guys had to capture, like you captured 1 plate just to like finish that one up. And then there was a secondary portion where you could capture 2 other plates and like accelerate your progress through. And I thought that was quite cool. And throughout the activity, you can attack something called commanders, which essentially reskinned Scion counselors from the Leviathan raid, but it's a really cool mechanic. So before you can even do any damage to the boss, you have to go in and kill these commanders. But you can't kill them by shooting them because they have an impenetrable shield. You actually have to go in and melee them, and I think even if you're inside the shield, you can't shoot them.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But it's like very, very small things that they're cherry picking from the raid that just add to the experience of the sundial run through.
Yeah, I do like the sundial a lot as well. Even though I've only run it once and I did not know what I was doing.
It's pretty intuitive.
I was like, I'll just kill ads and let the people who've done this before do the important jobs.
Turns out all 6 of you have no idea what you're doing. Everyone's just killing ads. Like, why isn't the progress bar going up?
I hadn't even unlocked any of the anti-barrier rounds or anything like that. So I was like, please let someone have those already.
A sign runs up to you like, all right.
Yeah, I think most people probably already had them unlocked by the time they did their first run through. But I was like,
yeah,
I got an hour before the stream starts, and I need to learn what the hell this is. So I'm gonna run through it.
We don't play the game for fun anymore. We play the game for information and research.
Is there anything else that you wanted to add on to the
not in particular? No, because you knew more about the obelisk than I do, but now I'm informed.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'm pretty good on the obelisk.
Okay. So yeah, do you mind if we run through a few things on in the?
Yeah, I should have battery life left for that
update. I don't have a whole ton of time left either, so I'll try to do this pretty quick.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Okay. Do you have anything else that you want to talk about?
No, I ran through pretty well everything that I had. Let me see.
Oh, that's
Exotic,
unfortunate.
Sundial, Dawning, Bright Dust. What are those? Sparrow, the stupid ass Sparrow. God, that thing. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay, that's unfortunate because that means I just have to find everything that I want to talk about faster.
Well, if you really need me to fill airtime, then I don't mind rambling my mouth. You see, it all started when I was
here's
when
a
I
big
was a
one.
boy. Oh, okay, fine.
Obelisk questioned our account based. I'm not sure what Starlight means by
that. Account based.
Oh,
which
quest
means
lines.
You can,
Oh yeah,
quest
so
lines can be progressed by all 3 characters.
yeah. Thank God. Because what was the last one that we had to do it on all 3 characters? There was something.
Had to do with Forsaken.
Did it? I'll take your word for it.
I don't know. All I remember that it had to do with Forsaken. Everything after that was account line.
But okay, so there's been a big change to how all your like class abilities work.
Mm-hmm.
So class abilities are like the Hunter Dodge, the Titan Barricade, and the Warlock Rift. So now Hunter Dodge cooldown is modified by their mobility stat. Titan Barricade cooldown is modified by the resilience stat. And Warlock Rift is modified by the recovery stat. So that's a pretty big change.
That is a pretty big shift, actually.
Yeah. And
interesting.
I find it a little weird. I guess there was no way before, really, aside from a couple perks on armor, to quicken up those, right? I think
it was armor mods that you could put on. Like recovery stats and no, was it Paragon? It was Paragon
mod. Yeah. That's the only way
yeah,
I think that you could do it.
There's like a like innervation and induction and stuff like that.
So I guess it's not quite so bad, but I was just thinking, like, recovery's the best stat right now, anyways, in the Destiny community.
I disagree.
What do you run?
Resilience.
Oh, yeah.
Resilience and ability.
What if a hunter wants to run high recovery? Like they just don't get their dodge. Like you're kind of forced to run high mobility on a hunter, which mobility is still not super great. Like I think the general consensus is recovery is still the most important stat.
I mean, that would make sense. I mean, it gives you all your stuff back quicker. So
yeah.
I just like being as resilient as possible.
Yeah. So. But yeah, I don't know. That was just a minor. I guess now that I realized that there wasn't really any way to modify it before, anyways, I guess it's probably the baseline is what it was before, and now you can just, if you want to spec into a certain stat, you could increase the cooldown time of each of those. There was a couple other things I wanted to cover. Master of Arms on Recluse. Removed the precision damage function. So this weapon still provides a damage bonus, but non-precision damage is no longer disproportionately increased.
Okay.
I've heard though that it's still quite good, but it just falls a little bit more in line with the rest of.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Still don't have Recluse.
Yeah.
Fuck. At least I've got Revoker. That's all I really care about.
We'll get you it one day.
Yeah. I'm over it.
This is kind of funny. Okay, so first of all, One-Eyed Mask no longer grants an overshield on killing your marked target.
Yeah, that's fair.
But this one's funny. This was just funny.
Oh, right.
Peregrine Greaves. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So, no longer disproportionately increases the damage of Hammer Strike. Damage is equalized to about 300% the damage of a normal shoulder charge against a single target.
That's
no!
Fucking good.
Only 300%? What am I gonna do?
They're shooting Titans in the knee. They're crippling us. They're clickbait title: Bungie unfair to Titans. Uninstalling game.
I'm barely gonna be able to kill a drag with that 300% damage increase.
Increase entrance to 200%. Commander, that is impossible.
It's such a Titan thing. What the fuck? Only 300?
What is this bullshit?
It's still so good.
So good.
Oh. Also, I didn't know this was a thing, but one change that happened is players can no longer push Vex Cyclops.
What?
I didn't know it was a thing, but it's just so funny. It's like
You could push Cyclops?
I guess so.
Really?
But I just like to imagine
That's
the
amazing.
Cyclops are like commenting on Bungie forums like, all the Guardians are bullying me and they're pushing me around.
Mom, I don't want to go to school today. The Guardians are bullying me.
It's just such a
But
funny.
I like instead of like the image of the Guardians model running into the
Vex
into
Cyclops.
the Cyclops model and pushing them. It's literally just a Guardian going, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Stupid.
Yeah, dang. I wish I'd known that was a thing because I would have given it a try for
Right?
sure.
There was I do remember reading the patch notes, and there was one for God, what's it called? The Siege of not Siegebreaker, but Code of the not Firebreak, but anyway, it's one of the hammer strikes where it reduced the in the patch notes said that it reduced the damage of a thrown hammer from 70 damage to 5 damage. I was like, excuse me.
I'm still just 100%
Pardon?
assuming that that's a typo. I think it was 170.
It has to be like, yeah.
Or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was 70. But I was like, it must have been like they meant to write 65 and they forgot the 6 or something.
Or even like 50 or something like that. But fuck.
This is
70 to 5. Just die.
This is one that scared me for a second. A new consumable is available in Eververse for 200 Bright Dust, the concentrated matter gem. When used, this item causes bosses to have a chance to drop an upgrade module when defeated.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my god, that's pretty much pay to win. But then I realized you can't pay for Bright Dust anymore, right? I don't think there's any way because
No, you can't.
Eververse stuff doesn't decrypt into Bright Dust. So that makes me feel a lot better about that. But it just, do you remember what it was called in D1?
That's a good point, yeah.
Something they had a chance to drop.
Oh, God. 5 of coins?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was 5 of coins that had a chance
Yeah.
to drop an enhancement core on killing a boss.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. I said it earlier, I was like, oh, like strange coins. And then I was like, oh, that's not right. I think that's
so
kind of the...
that
Sorry?
No, yeah, you go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No. After
Please.
you.
What is it? What's this term? Canadian standoff?
No. After you.
What, do you hold the door open for each other? It's like, no, motherfucker, I'm trying to be nice.
Fuck me, fuck you, just get into a brawl.
All of a sudden, there's
Shut up.
hockey
The
sticks
door, I'm
everywhere.
sorry.
You're on a skating rink. What the fuck?
A ref's whistle goes off in the background. Jersey to dude, just giving him so many rights. He's hoping for a left.
Those were really the only ones that I wanted to cover. There's just a couple that I don't know stood out to me while I was reading through the my read through that I posted on Spotify. So everyone should go listen to it because I put like an hour and a half of time into it.
Nice plug, bro.
Shameless plug. All right. Well, that's everything that I wanted to cover. I think I'm pretty sure there's a couple things. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say that definitely covers everything I wanted to cover and more.
Yeah.
Like I got to talk about the exotics. I'm good.
I'm pretty sure there's a few things that during the day I was like, oh, I should write this down because I want to talk about it. Now I'll remember, and then it's fucking gone.
What was that thing I was supposed to talk about?
It's just like, wait, it's at like 9 o'clock. Fuck the stream.
No. It's just stream starting very soon for an hour and a half. Quality content brought to you by another Destiny podcast.
You lied to me.
Ah!
Oh my god. Speaking of hockey, it's all the way into the third of the Canucks game, and it's still 0-0.
Sports in my Destiny podcast.
Like, man, equally mediocre teams, hey?
Well, this is pretty good timing because my laptop is about to die here.
Awesome. All right, yeah, everybody go listen to my goddamn read-through, because I put a lot of work into that. Sorry. I just got a little angry there.
Why? Why are you so angry at the community?
I even had like a really cool little jingle at the start. Do you want to hear it?
Nice. Sure.
I'm really proud of it. I don't remember what it was, but it was something along the lines of "Do-do-do-do, it's Tower Talk."
Just whips out a ukulele like, oh god.
Yeah, I worked really hard on it, so.
If you're so inclined, go watch the Tower Talk stream.
I feel like we're just trying to say things to fill empty air now.
We're just digging our own grave. We're just getting deeper and deeper and just.
All right, you all good?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, all of y'all who came and joined and watched our stream. We really appreciate you coming through.
Love you guys. Boy, my phone is about to die too. Jesus Christ.
Okay, we'll make this quick. So yeah, you can catch us next Thursday, same time, 8 p.m. is when we start on this exact channel. Fancy that. Tonight I'll be putting up the Spotify stream, so if y'all want to listen to us at work tomorrow to try to waste away a Friday, that'll be up there. And also that's where you can find the read-through that I posted.
Fuck.
I just will not let this one go.
I'm actually going to use ADP Colossus to just tell people to stay away from it. Like, sure, listen to the regular main podcast.
Yeah.
Fuck Tower Talk. Fight.
Speaking of Twitter, so you can find Cole at ADP Colossus at ADP Colossus. The ADP podcast is at another Destiny the ADP is at another Destiny podcast at Podcast Destiny. And I'm also setting up the Facebook page. It's pretty bare bones right now, but if you want to check it out for some weird reason, it's another Destiny podcast again.
Falcon's really on the bounties train these days. Jesus.
Yeah, so why, dude?
Boy.
Bounties are so useful now for getting that artifact and season pass upgrade.
Right back into the swing of the talk.
Yeah, I've failed at my outro. All right, well, I guess that's a sign that we should probably end. All right, do you have any closing statements?
Nah, I got nothing this week.
All
I'm
right.
sure I'll come up with 2 next week for you guys.
Okay, just to make it up to us. Okay. Oh no, I remembered something we forgot to talk about. The fact that you can't use undying armor with the new dawning. Season of Dawn mods. Yes,
you were just falling apart here.
We can talk about that next week. Yes. So if y'all want to hear conversation about that, I guess you'll just have to tune in on Thursday. All right.
And remember, you always have time for another Destiny podcast.
Damn it, you cut out at the end.
Remember, you always have time. Fuck. I'm going to plug my laptop in here real quick.
You always have time for another Destiny podcast. All right.